Unacademy. Let's crack it.
Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to the channel. And today we have a very interesting question from the house of trigonometry in which we are being asked to find the value of the given expression. So what I would recommend you all to do is first you can pause the video and give the question try yourself and then return back to have a look at the solution itself. The maximum time allotted would be 6 minutes and ideally you should try to do it within a matter of 3 minutes. So I hope you all have tried the question out and now let us see how to actually solve it. So first of all, the answer to this question would be 18 and you can see if you got it correct. Now the concepts and formulas that will be used here are cos 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta and sin 3 theta is equal to 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. These are very well known and basic formulas which we should be aware of. Moreover, for a polynomial equation, sum of roots taken r at a time is given by this formula, right? And this is also taught in polynomials chapter in class 10th. Now, the given expression can be written in this form, right? The reason is that I've used the formula cos 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta. So if I bring cos 2 theta to the right hand side and transpose 2 sine square theta to the left hand side, we get 1 minus cos 2 theta is equal to 2 sine square theta, right? So that's what we have used to write 1 minus cos 20 degree as 2 sine square 10. Then similarly, 1 minus cos 100 as 2 sine square 50 degree, etc. for all the terms. Now, and finally, of course, we have taken half as common. Now comes the most important and probably the trickiest part of the entire question, which is to note that 10 degree, 50 degree, and 70 degree, all of them satisfy the given equation that 3 times theta is equal to 180 degree into some integer n plus or minus 30 degree. For example, 10 degree, if you multiply that by 3, you get 30. But if I keep n is equal to 0 and choose the plus sign, we again get 30, right? Similarly, 50 into 3 is 150 degree, which can be written as 180 degree minus 30 degree. So n would be 1 and we would choose a negative sign. Similarly, for 70 degree also, when we take 3 times 70 degree, it gives us 210, which is nothing but 180 degree plus 30 degree. So basically we are choosing the plus sign and then n is equal to 1, right? So now it is very clear to us that if sine of 3 theta we take, it would either be plus half or minus half, right? So if we square that, that would clearly give us 1 by 4 because plus minus half whole square is 1 by 4. So all the thetas, 10 degree, 50 degree, 70 degree will satisfy the given equation. Now, sine 3 theta, as we all know, is 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. And it was being squared, so that we have put and is equal to 1 by 4. Then we, of course, take sine theta common out from the bracket. It becomes sine square theta. And inside we are left with 3 minus sine square theta whole square is equal to 1 by 4. Now, we do an important substitution, which is y is equal to sine square theta. Once we do this substitution in this equation, we get the entire equation in y as written here, y into 3 minus 4y whole square is equal to 1 by 4. Now clearly, since the original equation had roots, theta is equal to 10 degree, theta is equal to 50, 70 degree, right? So this equation after the substitution in y will have the roots sine square 10 degree, sine square 50 degree, sine square 70 degree, right? Now clearly the degree of this equation y is 3. So these are the only distinct roots of this equation because third degree equation can only have 3 roots and we already have 3 distinct numbers which satisfy the above equations. So there can be no other roots. These are the entirety of its roots, right? Now that we know now basically what we are doing is we have simplified this equation. I've opened up the square term 3 minus 4y whole square that we have opened up, and then we have cross multiplied and rearranged the terms to get the following polynomial equation, whose roots, as we already know, will be sine square 10 degrees, sine square 50 degrees, sine square 70 degree. Now, we are also calling these same roots as y1, y2, and y3, right? Now, clearly twice of e would be equal to 1 upon y1 plus 1 upon y2 plus 1 upon y3 because y1, y2, y3 as already explained are nothing but sine square 10, sine square 50, sine square 70 degree. So basically we are just using the original expression when written in this form. So twice of e would certainly be equal to 1 upon y plus 1 upon y1, 1 upon y2, 1 upon y3, sum of all these terms. Now, Once you take LCM, you will quickly recognize that this is nothing but sum of roots taken 2 at a time upon sum of roots taken 3 at a time. Now, sum of roots taken 2 at a time is obviously going to be 36 upon 64, and taken 3 at a time is basically the product, which would be minus of minus 1 upon 64, right? So after all the cancellations, we get 36. Now this is actually equal to 2e. So when you cancel with 2, we obviously get the final answer as 18. So I really hope you all enjoyed working out on this problem and got to learn something new. Thank you all for watching, and make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to stay tuned for more such awesome content, and get the notifications on priority. So thank you all once again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.